course we've got someone. Okay, so we've got the work going on here again, next door here. See that big truck? Whirring noises coming through the house, but I guess I'm not sure what it is, but I don't want to go out because I don't want to be seen. It goes through the house even though it won't come out. But basically this has been going all day, all this noise. But of course they are building a two-story boarding place there. See where that truck is? I don't want to go out, but see where that truck is? Is it coming out? The sun is up there. The sun, this is the first time I filmed the sun for a long time. And then we have the mysterious people in the house over there. See how there's a lady walking, won't come out, but she's going to go into the place next door to the place where they've completely demolished the entire front of the place. So basically got work going on here, work going on there, and now this lady is going to start up with machinery in the place next door. And then we've got this place being completely renovated and a swimming pool supposedly put in over there. There was a sign up. So that's an excuse for all this work. But basically you've got one lot of work there, one lot of work there. Listen, she's going to start up. I can't believe this. She's going to oblige for the video, I think. But see this one over there is going to start up. Is this just coincidence? As soon as I come out, as soon as I'm up, like this is as soon as I am up, you know. Although I was woken up in bed. I was up real late and was actually woken up in bed at 7 o'clock in the morning by the noise. Even though I had stuff in my ears, I could still hear it. I didn't even know where it was coming from. Let's see there. Actually, she's not as loud as what she normally is with that thing. She's playing it low for the video, to be honest. But we've got this noise that is vibrating in my head, even though it won't come out. But she will start that up loud as soon as I turn this video off, I can tell you. Because normally she's really loud over there. But basically, you know, like, what are the odds of work there? See, there's a fella getting out the truck going into that place over there. So you've got work going on here, machinery work going on there, which they start these up alternately. See, they have one lot going each time. And so basically, you've got like, the only thing we haven't got is a plane going over, but essentially that means that at any time, like when that noise stops, then this starts, then that starts there, that starts there, and then this starts in front. And yesterday, of course, it was next door here as well, so basically all around. What are the odds of that? And this is daily. This happens every day, apart from Sunday actually, because on Sunday in Sydney you're not allowed to do any machinery work. Of course that doesn't mean that you can't, like, you know, that you can't have regular normal people that might do housework where they have machinery, because these days they buy everything. But I don't know if this is coming out. It probably isn't, but in fact it's starting, because I'm sensitized to noise. That noise, even though it mightn't sound loud to you, it actually vibrates in my head because I've been conditioned to it. See how the car's pulling out just there as soon as my eyes go to it? See, it doesn't look very obvious, but this is a mind and sight and sound control matrix. Actually, he's going to oblige and show you what he's about here now. He's actually going to oblige. I can't believe this, but he's done this every time that I've come out. He pulls out in front, this truck. See? Because he doesn't care. Wants to. Usually he stops in front. He's not going to do that today because he doesn't want to make himself. But look how this one is now pulling in as soon as that one pulled out. Can you see this? Notice how they make a noise? That won't come out, but he's going to back in, see? Can you see that? I'm sounding calm here, but this is actually not. It's just that I'm so damn used to it, and get what they call Dutch courage for a video. But if I'm not filming the video, this is something that I wouldn't even come out to, but I would. See? See how he's put the lights on so that I can see the light. See the red through the thing there? Because this is broad daylight, as you can see, so there's no need for a red light, but he knows I can see that. She's starting up over there with the noise. even though it's only doing just a few trees or whatever in front of the place. I don't know what she's doing there really. It's largely shown. And next door to her, can you see the orange jacket? So there's two houses there, one here, so and of course now we've got the car sidling up in front of me. See how it's slowing up right in front of me? See how it's just stopped blatantly in front of me? That is just a stalking patrol anti-life vehicle, to be honest. It pretends as though it's bothered by this truck. See how they got the manoeuvre going? See how the truck is now blocking the road, so this looks as though this car is having trouble. But this is all a planned stage manoeuvre around me, even though I can't prove that. Can't prove it, but I know it because I've been experiencing it for 5.5 years on this same street every day. This ridiculous activity going on. There's a truck, the truck's pulled up here. Can you see it? It won't come out. I have to go out, but I'm not going to go out because I don't want to be obvious. But that same truck is now pulled up in my line of sight there for no reason. See, why is the truck and the fella's going to walk down? You watch him, I'll show you, he's going to come down, that has driven that truck, so that you don't think that I'm making it up. See, that car just went down for nothing. Did you see that? See, that was the same grey car, how he just pulled up. That was a manoeuvre and he just went down for nothing. See how he's standing there, can you see? He's standing in the middle of the bloody road. He's parked his truck there, which is in my line of sight, and he's standing in the middle of the road. And frankly, they're laughing at me because they know that they've got my attention and I'm disturbed. Even though I'm filming, now she's got the noise going there, see? Can you see it or not? Can you hear it? Is it coming out on the mobile? See, there he is. He's come down. He's just going to parade down the street now. He's parked his truck there for no reason outside the church. What's the point in that? And of course we've got the patrol vehicle that doesn't belong here pulling up almost in front. See, there he is. This is what pulling up in front, see? This car does not belong here. That house has been vacated. Pulling up in front, that car does not belong here, so why is it pulling up on a street? You know, it's a patrol vehicle. Doesn't look like much, but this is the scene. Now it's going to pull out. Can you see it? Can you see that it pulled in and then just pulled out? That is an obvious patrol vehicle. Am I making any sense? Am I recording even? I don't even know if I'm recording. So I've got a truck parked there. This is in my line of sight. Noise going on over there. That noise will start up next door. As you can see, the truck's pulled in and it's pulled down. Basically, it's a surround. That car has just pulled up in front of me and went down. Did you see another patrol vehicle? You saw that it... Can you see it? Is it showing something? Look, this happens all the time. Why do cars pull up, come down a dead-end small street that is that is not on the main street? There's no reason to come down here. They're doing all this work down here. Why would anyone deliberately waste petrol and time and energy? Why am I wasting time and energy making the video? Of course, it's actually just... There's noise coming here. So can you hear the noise? Where is it coming from? See, it's noise coming from here and over there, but it's not going to come out. It's not real loud. Sometimes when I turn this mobile off, they can make it extra loud, but they know that I'm filming. And look, there's a fella coming out of the place here. There's this work going on here. See? Look, can you see it? Can you see the orange jacket? Can you see? And these people are all connected. Don't kid yourself. They're all connected. It's a control patrol matrix. Control patrol, with emphasis on controlling your mind, bringing your mood and your whole senses, everything about you down to your lowest level. See, so we've got work done here. Just pointing this out because this shows must show some implausibility to someone. Work going on, the whole place being completely almost demolished on the inside over there, even though it looks like a very nice place. No reason for them to do it when it was, I believe, you know, completely renovated. I was told that by one of the control patrol matrix neighbours, because they know what's going on, but they you know, you have to, you play along, you have to, but they, see, work there, work there, work there, and work there. And yesterday they were doing it here as well, but their truck's parked there. But basically this is a noise, a sight and sound surrounding thing, even though it looks quiet now. See, there's the woman there and she'll make that noise, and then there's the fella there with the thing here, and then they're basically showing me that I'm surrounded, even though I can't prove it. See? See, now he's going to do the manoeuvre in front where he pretends to forget something and go. That's just the stalking that goes on daily all over Leichhardt streets, where they will pretend to walk around and they'll stop in front of you, they'll cross in front of you, you know. And same with him. See how he's coming? He's not coming out. He's actually given me a wave, strangely enough, because they want to, you know, like, that noise is getting on my nerves. I'll have to go inside because I'm talking while this is going in my ears. It's causing me disturbance. But I don't... So she's gone down the end of the street now where she was doing that work, but she will patrol in the car and stop. She does that every time. She that same one often comes. But essentially... see, that noise is coming into my ears now while I'm talking out here, so I'm actually causing myself mental disturbance by coming out and filming, even low, because I'm concentrating strongly on talking and trying not to, you know, trying to film it. But the noise is still coming into my ears, so when I turn the mobile off, it has affected me. That's setting me up for when they set up more noise if I go just down the street here to get the groceries and the coffee sort of thing, you know, which is what I do basically. I try to do that every day. I force myself to go out because they do try to limit you. They don't want you to be all over the place like you would perhaps normally be if you were physically, mentally and psychologically less disturbed or more sound. Now, I was never fully 100% psychologically undisturbed or safe and sound, shall we say, ever. But I still try, you know, so I still, you know, I force myself, but also you have to go out to get your foodstuffs and things like that. Admittedly, these days they have deliveries to your door, which is all part of it too. See, that fella keeps coming out and looking at me because he's wondering if I'm filming or if I'm just talking. But they don't like it, you see. But that's not going to come out. But what I'm saying is, I better come inside actually. But I've lost my train of thought. But they want you to have the deliveries, you know, like, and see, this is basically, I can't even get it fixed. I can't even get through to the people that I rent this place off, which normally you have a number for repairs. That has fell right off the side of my of the place here to where rain and wind, and it has not stopped over the last, since February. We have had, apart from today where it's sunny and the rain's gone, but basically we've had like February, March, April, May, June and half of July with rain, heavy rain every day and wind. So basically, you know, I've got like water damage on the ceiling in the bedroom now because of it, because this is an open thing that goes into the roof, but no one will come to put it back or to replace it. They're doing that deliberately so that I have problems, you know, because normally if you rang up about something like that, you know, it would be, you know, but it would be, you know, it's just all staged. There we have, you know, that's right. Make sure you stop in front. Oh, that's the same one that pulled out after making the noise. See how they slow up in front, just slightly. But as you can see, often they'll just come and park for 2 seconds and then just pull out. Is there a reality to that? Does not that make some sense? I mean, I would say it was nonsensical even if I thought I was in a real world. I'd say, why do people pull in and then pull out? I'd say, oh, well, they must be a bit tipsy or something. But I probably would let it go if it was only an odd incident, that's right. But when it happens all the time, daily, 24/7, everywhere you go, then that's when you realise that it is a stage control patrol matrix. That sound is starting up now as soon as I come in, see, because I have to make it louder so I can hear it in the house. But it won't come out in the mobile, but they will make it louder. They can make it really loud if they want it. They can bring in these big cement mixers and things and all, especially when they say that they're building and doing huge construction. But what are the odds of all these places being pulled down in one small dead-end street that has basically been the same for the last 30 years? Just one last go. Is that noise coming out on the thing or not? Oh, it's just the truck going out. What are the chances of a truck making as much noise as that? I'll tell you, listen to that, just a truck just going along the street. Listen to it. Will it come out? Will it come out? All the vehicles are making unnatural loud noise. Why do those vehicles make so much noise? Like, it's not just the vehicles, it's the cars, it's the trucks, it's the buses. But also, why are these trucks just pulling in and out all day too? Like, why don't they, well, you'd think they would stay here if they're doing the, see, they do that when I'm here, whereas if I'm inside, they stay there just making the noise. But it's all a setup, patrol, control, anti-life system around particular types of people, you know, and it's like two groups, except that myself, I'm unaware of that I'm, you know, different, that I'm a different group. It's like two different groups of people that would normally know they're different, but when they come down on you, you become aware of it, but you basically wonder why there is this thing against you, or this control system around you. That noise is starting to get on my nerves. See, it's coming from next door there, but it's not going to come out in the mobile. I could go down and show you what they're doing, but I don't want to be seen on the street. I just don't want to, because I'm not properly dressed, and I want to put a hat on so that people can't see me too well. I know I used to do it, but I'm not quite as, don't want to rock the boat, I have to be honest, because there's just too much going on, and even I will back down a little bit if I have to. I have to say that, you know, fear does get the better of you temporarily. You know, you still, you know, I don't want to make it too, they know anyway, but I don't want to, I should, but I might, no, I'm going to fold up and go inside. Okay, so, see, none of that sound is going to come out in the mobile, but it's coming in my ears. They're banging and they've got machinery going, and that's it. But I'm just trying to show that what are the odds of all this major construction in a small dead-end side street, you know, like going on at one time. And don't forget, this has been going on for years now. They've always had some construction going. At the moment, you know, they had the whole street pulled up, you know, like even for 9 months, up and down the street with huge vehicles. It was like an invasion, to be honest. Someone beeped their horn when I said that. It's like an invasion, because it is a takeover that people are unaware of. They're trying to take over the real human's mind and suppress them, to control the reality, because they're a different species. They're a different type of human, shall we say, or at least, you know, it's like, it'd be a bit like, how, I'm trying to be fancy here, but it'd be like, you know, you have different animals. It'd be like, you know how you have a lion and then you have an elephant, or you have a giraffe, and some are like more predators and some are more passive. They just eat the vegetation, that sort of thing. Well, it would be like having the lion's mind inside the body of, say, a giraffe that isn't a predator, that type of thing. you know. It's like that because they have a different mindset. They're in this. We're all in a human body, so we all look the same, and we all act the same. But that's because they pretend the human emotions, the positive human emotions, in order to fit in and in order to take over and in order to infiltrate and keep control of the reality. Even at a personal relationship level, this is how it works. You know, like the psychopathic types, which are essentially the android, artificial, anti-life beings. Because it's the same thing, it's all the same thing, even though we can use different terminology, except that it's more real than what we actually realise. And of course it's like, you know, how I would have always thought, well, I'm not worried about psychopaths because they're one in a billion. Whereas in reality, you know, the human beings that aren't psychopathic or aren't of that type of species are in very small numbers now. See, because it's the end time, so everything has been turned round. Most, oh geez, that noise is starting. Is it coming out? They stop it when I come out, but it comes through there. See, if I went down there, you'd get how it comes into but the mobile has trouble picking it up, but my ears have no trouble picking up that sound. See, this is the problem with showing the sight and sound matrix around. I haven't done this for a long time, and actually I have said that I wouldn't film all this stuff anymore because it puts me in a position where I'm giving them attention, but also they then become more aware, so then they can turn it up more. Whereas if you they don't back down when you back down, I have to say that, they actually don't. So that's one reason why I will, you know, sometimes get the mobile to show it. See, the fella's coming out opposite, so they can do any work they want there. They had a huge cement mixer out there and all these dreadful grating technical mechanical sounds coming out of the house there. Of course, you know, it looks like legitimate work, but all I'm saying is that, and no doubt they do the work, like, don't ask me, but you know, if you probably went inside that house in 12 months time, when that's how long they'll be going on too, by the way. All these constructions go on for an astronomical amount of time, unlike that one that just come there and was only there for an hour or something, just doing a bit of the thing, where they do continual like little things in place where it might last for half an hour or something like that, or an hour. But these big major constructions they go on for a year, you know, sometimes a year and a half, because they're like almost like they're building whole places, you see, and major constructions in the houses. What are the odds of that? You know, like I say, a small dead end street, and just around me, opposite, next door, 2 houses down from opposite, to where the sound, you know, to where I can hear all the sound, you see, and also to where I feel as though I'm surrounded. It's like, you know, it's like being surrounded. It's a bit like being, it's a bit like having, you know, all your worst enemies all around you almost. You know, even though you don't know these people, they know you, because they have a different mindset and a different belief system. So they're basically like, we don't care if you have nothing against us, we have something against you. You're a threat to our essentially dark energy matrix, if you like, because everything is frequency, vibration and energy. I picked up that saying about 4.5 years ago, just when I started to first use the mobile to talk to anyone or whatever that might you know, be of some, I don't know, you know, I'm not sure why I did it really. You know, I probably thought that I might get some benefit out of it, that it might be able to stop things from going on this way. But I probably just didn't even think that was possible, to be honest. I really didn't, and I still don't. But you know, it was like, I don't know, maybe you just think that, maybe you think that if there are some real people that are there, and that if they are only half aware of it and then they become fully aware, well, that means they would have power, so therefore you or they, if you were listening and then you became powerful, because clearly I'm suppressed, so I can't operate at full potential, but your circumstances might be slightly better, so you might be able to just put out the higher frequency and vibration, and that can affect things. It can make your reality better. Whether it actually could infiltrate as far as mine, because basically if I make a video, I'm talking to people on the other side of the world usually, so there's distance. It could well be a factor in this frequency, vibration, energy type game, because if everything is frequency, vibration and energy, and human beings are the only ones that have potential for the more positive frequency and vibration. In other words, that it's only human beings, real human beings, that can have happy thoughts, shall we say, or see anything good or pleasant in things. The dark energy beings, the androids of the Matrix, the psychopathic types, they only experience and only experience or only think in a destructive kind of manner. They don't ever experience, or they don't like, the pleasant, happy human emotions. They don't have those, and they've rejected them. Depends on what your situation would be if you were that type. I have to try to think about and try to analyze it, because I see some as just born kind of that way, that they're an artificial technical being, children of the artificial technical God that rules and controls this artificial matrix. Like I say, it wouldn't matter if it was a natural world, if it was controlled this way, it would still be an artificial matrix, because it would be so controlled, and technology would be being used in amongst nature even to control and suppress human beings. But more in the know than me, or more that are more intelligent, would perhaps understand that there is more to it than that. But then again, I do hold to the idea that human beings tend to, in myself, I would imagine, tends to have, a stronger influence on nature. That sound has stopped now, so it's almost like a relief, but my ears are still ringing a bit, but I'll have to fold up. I'm losing my train of thought, and probably running out of mobile space, and I won't even be able to put this video out, so I don't even know why I'm filming it. I just film it in the hope that maybe sometime in the future it might be a good idea to put it out, or that I might be able to, because that's really all because I often think of all the things that I've missed, that I could have proved that there was things going on around me in the past, before, when if I had filmed every day, all day, for the last 5.5 years, there is no doubt in my mind that anyone, if they had been with me all that time, if they were a real person and not playing like the artificial ones do around, where they pretend that you're out of touch and that nothing's going on. But if you're a real person and you had been with me 24 hours, or at least when I'm up, shall we say, I don't think that any real human would doubt that what was happening was a control matrix. They would say, yes, no, it's beyond coincidence that everywhere you go, even that there's always noise going on, that there's always people, and the way the cars pull, and that everything is so loud. They would say, oh, it's not that loud where I am. I'm sure they would, unless they are being patrolled and completely controlled too. In other words, if the Matrix decides to come down on them full force, because most of the time the Matrix plays covert, as it has most of my life. You know, see how there's light reflecting off that car, letting me know that it's a patrol vehicle. Even light won't come out the mobile. Can you see? It won't come out, but see, it's bright red and it's glistening in my eyes. I'm folding up.